I don't like SiegeX, or more specifically, you know, the dual front game mode. I'm not gonna lie, it just doesn't appease me at all. I'm running about the map half the time, just not knowing what the fuck is going on. Now let me make this clear. You probably clicked this video thinking this is going to be some sort of rant about SiegeX and how it's going to kill the game or some shit. But I'm gonna level with you for a second. I think SiegeX is a good change. It's a good change of pace. The graphics are good. What they're doing to ranked with the bans are good. The new addition to pipes in these old maps, they're good. Dual front on the other hand, the 6v6. I don't like it. I feel as if like the TTK is the main thing that switches me off it, to be honest with you. It messes with my muscle memory. Like whenever I get a headshot, I always just aim away because I'm presumed I've just killed them. That's them dead. But if you don't know, dual front, you headshot them, they get downed. I don't like that. Siege isn't about, you know, getting downed and resetting. This isn't like Overwatch, bro, or Call of Duty. When I headshot someone, I want them dead. And with that gripe as well, I will also say that even though that it's 6v6 and they're supposed to be, you know, you would think with 6v6 it would, you know, make it so that it feels like there's more action. Ultimately, I feel with how it's split between you're also attacking and defending at the same time, it sort of just feels like you only ever see 1 or 2 people every like 10 minutes, 5 or 10 minutes. And then from there, you're just running about the map for the rest of the time. There isn't much of incentive to drone because it's not like it's not highly competitive or like, there isn't as much like setup going on the sites because people just run about. I like the goal that they're going for. I like the idea. It's a very interesting concept, and I love Terror for Base, like that event that they done recently, where for the first point it's capture the flag or capture point, and then the second is, you know, planting the bomb and whatnot, and then your third and final point is grabbing Deimos and extracting him. I like that whole gameplay loop. You know, we have this, that, and then the next thing. It was easy to follow. It was straightforward. The game modes was understanding but different. Like it was easy to understand, but it was different at the same time. But then with dual front, it just doesn't have that same flavor to it, if you will. Where I feel as if I'm oftentimes running to an area to try, you know, plant the bomb, but then I don't know where to go. But I know that's like a skill issue almost, like you don't know that. But even like, I know the map, but I don't know where I have to go, if you know what I'm trying to say. I don't know how to describe it. Their whole goal with it was to feel like the distance or like the length of a normal ranked match without the ranked feeling to it. And I feel as if they just missed the hammer on the head completely. Now, don't get me wrong, with some little tweaks here and there, I feel as if it could be improved a lot. The center of the map is just kind of where it really like, it annoys me, to be honest with you. Because you run into the center, then you're just gonna like run through it, and I think their whole goal was so that their skulls could be fighting in the middle of the map, but that isn't really any fighting at all at the middle of the map. The only time there's ever fighting in the middle of the map is when Dokkaebi comes in and you get to extract her. But it just feels more like I'm playing World of Warcraft or RuneScape or something like that, where you run to point A, you do this, then you run to point B, you do that, then you run to point C, you do this. It doesn't have that more you're attacking and defending at the same time kind of feel to it, like they were trying to go for, unfortunately. And although they did try to balance it with, like, for example, the one that sticks in my mind is giving Grim 3 canisters instead of 5. Their balancing kind of falls short in a sense, because not every operator is really like useful at all. Like for example, I can play Maestro, but why would I ever play Maestro? Like the plant time is extremely quick, so you don't have the time to kill somebody with it. Also on top of it as well, you know, the TTK on down people is a lot higher because it takes more than 1 bullet to finish off a downed player. Maestro Evil Eyes kind of feel obsolete, and I feel as if a lot of the issues with dual front kind of like comes down to the TTK being different to the normal standard game. But what I will say about dual front is that, you know, the pipes feel more part of that than they do default Siege, because with pipes, of course, they had these tools in mind when creating the map. So for example, I don't know the name of the building, but there's one where you go up some stairs and there's instantly a fire pipe there, so you can automatically shoot that as a defender and nobody can come up that staircase anymore. Meanwhile, with the normal Siege maps that you find in ranked, unranked, quick match and whatnot, sometimes they do kind of feel like they're just chucked in there for the sake of it. Like for example, on construction on Clubhouse on the top floor, it's kind of just placed in between Master and Con. And although it's there to block a entry point into site, it feels like it's a very powerful and aggressive spot for a pipe to be in. And ultimately, I feel as if they just put it there so that it's powerful, and that it does change up the map, and it does feel like these pipes are like brand new and worth it. Meanwhile, in SiegeX and dual front, the pipes are there, the map plays around it, but it plays around it beautifully in the sense that it kind of like, it feels comfortable to use. It feels normal, natural to use these pipes. And also what I do like about SiegeX, free to play, that's amazing for the game. Every game should be free to play, unless it's ranked, then you should pay for it. It's a very good business model. You know, it worked with Fortnite, it's worked with Apex, and I come from those games, and it's a good model to have. Your microtransactions with like skins and whatnot, battle passes, should be enough to fund the game. Because if you make a good game, people are going to want to spend money on skins, if the skins are good, on their favourite operators, or their favourite legends, or their favourite Fortnite character. You know what I'm trying to say? And of course, I think I've said it time and time again, I do like what they were going for with SiegeX and Dualfront. Dualfront does seem to have a lot of potential, but it just doesn't have the right potential in the right spots at the moment. It just needs a lot of work, in my opinion. And the first thing that needs to be changed immediately is the TTK. The TTK and just more stuff to do. I think, honestly, if they want to keep the map this big and they want to keep the objective feel like this, then they should maybe look towards increasing the player count even further on each team. Maybe like 8v8. Not 10v10, because 10v10 means you could have like 5 attackers, 5 defenders, and it kind of feels like 2 matches going on at the same time, which isn't what they want. They kind of want that balance when choosing whether you want to go attack, maybe you want to go defend. Maybe even look towards 7v7, because then you could have, you know, more of an attack oriented team comp, or maybe more of a defender oriented team comp, depending on what the other team does or whatever your team wants to do. I like that. Maybe with 6v6 you can kind of just like flump out at maybe like 3 attackers, 3 defenders, and if you need to come back, they can come back. I would like to have that more like emphasis on, I'm more jumping into attack here, I'm more jumping into defense here. And with the map being so big as well, I think they should also look into giving defenders, like more defenders, like ACOGs. Like give Azami an ACOG, give Ford an ACOG, give Mozzie an ACOG, like all that type of stuff. That would be nice to see, because then you gotta remember here, these defenders are also gonna be like attacking sometimes as well. So like you can kind of like compromise for their kit not being really, you know, useful on the attack, to giving them more of a, you know, a long range ability to combat people. And the recharging gadgets as well is a bit iffy, in my opinion. Like sometimes it kind of makes sense and sometimes it doesn't make sense. Like with Sense, the gadget recharges, but it's so slow, oftentimes you're just better off just dying so you can reset. But then with Castle, it recharges so fast that oftentimes you've got too much Castle. You've actually got too many Castles. I don't know if it's like placebo maybe, and they're all in the same cooldown, but to me, it felt like I had more Castles. Like I always had a Castle when I wanted one, but then with Senses, it didn't feel like I always had a Sense when I needed one. But on top of this as well, I feel as if the readability of it kind of needs to be improved. Like make it more clear, you need to attack and defend these 2 objectives. It is clear with the minimap, but I don't feel as like it's emphasized enough. This should be more about the objective. You should prioritize the objective here, but it doesn't feel like they've done it to a degree. It kind of just feels like a massive playground to just go shoot your gun and go shoot pipes. And ultimately, I feel Dualfront will just never be for me. I have my issues with the game mode, I have my complaints with the game mode, but I can appreciate the fact that it isn't targeted at me. I'm a ranked sucker. I love ranked. But anyone I've really talked to about SiegeX and Dualfront that's, you know, an outsider looking into the game, or plays a lot of ranked, or plays casually, they're not really like that bothered about Dualfront, because it just seems so out there. I think it's the way to like describe it. It's kind of just out there. It's just there, to be honest with you. It is good after a couple games, and would have been good as like a custom game mode or like an event, but it doesn't feel like a permanent stay yet. It doesn't feel like integral to the game. And yeah, it's only been like 5 days since it came out, but still, it doesn't have the initial feeling that you would get for it to be like a mainstay in the game. But anyway, that's just my personal gripes with the game mode. I hope that they can fix the TTK. That's the main thing. That's the main thing we need. The main thing that's holding back SiegeX is the TTK. If they fix the TTK, I think it would be a lot better to play. You would die a lot more often, but oh well, just turn down the respawn timer. Maybe put it to like 20 seconds, down from 30 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? The game mode, the pace needs to be sped up a little bit, because Siege is fast paced but also slow paced. It's got like that perfect pace of a bit of both. And SiegeX and Dualfront, it's kind of like, too slow. We need to speed up a little bit. Once you do that, it'll be an amazing game mode. But with that being said, enough ranting. I'll let you go on the rest of your day. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. Help me get to 1,000 subs in the next 2 months. And without further ado, I love you and leave you. Goodbye.